Hi guys, it's Maaike here. Today I wanted to show you how I use my Craft stamp set again to make him into a Christmas card. Or her, I think it's a him. But last year, I will link it down below, I added Christmas lights to the same image. And this time I thought I would make him a Christmas hat. And this is a Craft Le Chat, the cat. And the grumpy cat is my favorite. So it's unmounted rubber and I just use tape runner to stick him. And I started in the bottom corner, but then to use this happy holidays, and I thought a happy would make people laugh because he looks like he's not very happy. And I put it into brackets as well. So this is where I put it on the top corner so I could line it up straight. And I'm sorry if you can hear that. My cats are running around. They're doing their aerobics, as I call it. See, the one is too long and one rule is too short. But I got it straight. Now, because I haven't mounted the rubber stamp, I don't have to take out the foam pad. But there's a difference between a clear stamp from Hero Arts and the rubber stamp from Craft. And you can see because the letters that are close to the rubber stamp, they don't press down or print very well. Um, so I had to take off the cat in the end so I could get the holidays properly stamped. See, I can push as much as I want. I even took out the magnet, that helped a little bit. And so now, cat's gone. And I'm using my favorite things, hybrid black licorice ink, because it's waterproof and also Copic proof. So if I wanted to add some Copic details, that would also work. I didn't in the end. I just used distress inks. And as you can see, I just used two colors, Rusty Hinge and Ground Espresso. Ah, it went so quickly I couldn't even see it. I think it's vintage photo. But any color you want. I'm just using the darker color to add some extra shading. And this is hot press smooth watercolor paper from Schut, and it's 140 pounds. And I cut the big sheets into panels to make them go further, but they are slightly different in size than a card base. You will see that as well, how I get around it. So to make the colors flow, I just wet the cat and I'm starting to, you know, pull in the color. And I start where the edges are, where I think the darkest bits would be. And I wanted a ginger cat. I have two black cats with a bit of white that are very hard to color because the transition between black and white is so stark and I can never get it right on watercolor. So I just pretend this is my old cat. It's Peter and he was a ginger cat. I like this images from Craft because they're nice and big and they're really funny. And this really is my favorite image, and I might have used it too much, but you can see the other one um, I made last year. I will link it below, and then you can try if you like to. This is actually ground espresso. If you want to, maybe try and draw in some Christmas lights yourself, because that really made me giggle. And people that received it last year, that I sent it to cat lovers, of course. So I'm faffing around with watercoloring to get him shaded, and then I thought he need to be grounded, but I didn't want to use another color. So I got the ground espresso to make him sit on the floor, but I thought it was too samey in the end. I wanted it to be the same, but then I thought it's to see me. Does that make sense? The cat didn't really stand out as much anymore, so I added some aged mahogany to make it a little bit redder. And I just went over it and blended them. Yeah. My floor is uneven. So, yeah. Well, my house is uneven, so it could be my floor. And then for the eyes, I used a bit of that leftover green that I still have in my bowl. So Peter used to have yellow eyes, but I went for green because I had it. Then here I'm drawing in with pencil first the brackets, these happy holidays. But then I traced it with the Memento marker, and well, I didn't think they turned out like the ones that should be. The idea came from this package I got at Zeeman, but I guess you can get those pompons everywhere. But I saw them in the shop, and they were hanging next to the red velvet, or sorry, velvet felt, and I thought, hey, that would look nice, like a Santa hat with a pompon on it. So yeah, I'm just cutting a triangle, a long, skinny one that I think will fit on his head. I also made him last year, and I had a rubber stamp with a hat, and that was really hard to line up. So I only made one of those, and then I made more and cut the head out, which kind of progressed into this one. So I'm heating up my glue gun. In the meanwhile, I'm cutting, and then I went to look for washi tape to fill in the gaps on my card base, and I came back with these Christmassy ones that are teal. So the red head had to make room for the aqua colored felt that I cut um, off screen or off camera. And I think it also goes better with the red cat because it's kind of a complementary color, so they go together better than red and orange or brown. I'm not sure if you're allowed an aqua Santa hat, but you do now. I've seen black ones as well, I think, and purple ones, so teal ones or aqua ones, why not? So I'm also using the glue gun to stick it to my card base. And please be careful if you do this because it gets hot and you get those little threads. And while I was looking for the washi tape, I also came by my jingle bells. It would also be nice instead of the pompon if you don't have those and you happen to have that. So there's my card base, and I'm always having to fill up the little gap. And I chose the ones with the Christmas trees. And then I'm cutting up the panel a little bit smaller. It's always a little bit wider. It's always narrower. So, but I want it even more narrow because I want the trees to show up properly and not just a little bit of it. And you can of course use a colored cardstock or leave it white if you want, but I kind of like the extra detail. And it ties in with the hat, so it all makes sense. I also made another one with a gray, just to use up the red hat that I already cut up. And I hope you will give it a try, and I hope you will show me your result. And well, I'm curious to see what you do with it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again maybe tomorrow. So, bye.